Can you even begin to imagine that Crown Royal fans that are living and working in Canada could ever be upset at their country's largest whiskey maker? Well, let me tell you this story right after we roll that intro. One of the pet peeves of Crown Royal whiskey fans in Canada is that one of their best bottlings, the hand-selected barrel, is only available in the United States. The hand-selected barrel is a cask-strength, single-barrel version of one of the core flavoring whiskeys used in most Crown Royal blends. It is a high rye mash bill. It's distilled in their very own and one-of-a-kind coffee still, and it's aged in virgin oak whiskey barrels. But now at least Ontarians, or the people living in the province of Ontario, well, they can finally get a taste of what this bourbon-style whiskey is like through Blenders Select. You see, in 2017, Crown Royal introduced this batch version that is sold exclusively at the LCBO, Liquor Control Board of Ontario, which operates about 660 stores throughout the province. It's surprising that Crown Royal had enough available whiskey to produce this 5,000 case release, as this is a high demand whiskey which is only made once a year over a specific 5-week period at their plant in Gimli, Manitoba. Well, something else that seems to be upsetting to a few of the Canadians is the fact that most of Crown Royal's releases in Canada are bottle-only releases. Now take, for example, the brand new 12-year Reserve. In Canada, it is a bottle-only purchase from the shelf, whereas in the United States, it's what we like to call a triple B, bottle, bag, and box. Now granted, America is one of the largest consumers of Crown Royal whiskey in the entire world. It's still very difficult to see why Crown Royal is not offering the complete package to the Canadian people. Now, there does seem to be some sort of a reason that involves taxes as to why bags and sometimes boxes aren't always available to the Canadians. Now, but also in Canada, they have had some special releases like the Canada 150, the Manitoba 150, and even the releases that were done for each individual province. And I'm guessing that those were at least a bottle and a bag, and possibly even those were the triple Bs as well. But I'm not even 100% sure of that. I do happen to have a few bags on display in my collection that are from a few of those province releases. And I have a couple more that are currently on the way from Bill Jones down in South Texas. Now, Canada has always been the home for the limited edition series. Now, it's currently been discontinued, but this was a great tasting whiskey that was basically only ever available in Canada. It did finally make its way to Japan and a couple of other countries by way of import, but they were not special releases. And anyway, it was never released in the United States. In my collection currently, I have 3 poker editions. One Yellowneck that has no date but does have a certification. One Redneck that is from 1975 and also has a certification. And both of these have the white interior boxes. And then there's this additional red labeled neck that has red interior on the inside of the box. And it's a 1978 bottle, which also has a certification. Also, I happen to have a Canada 150 that contains a Blue Neck limited edition and a Manitoba 150 with the 10-year clear neck, as well as I have 2 additional 10-year Blue Necks in my collection. And last but not least, in my collection, we just recently added that Blender Select that I spoke of earlier in this video. Now, as I've promised in my earlier videos, the limited editions were only ever available in a 750 milliliter bottles, although there were some 50 milliliter minis that were made as well, but no other sizes that I am currently aware of. As for the Blender Select, I only know of the 750 milliliter size bottle that was ever made available. I would like to say a special thank you to the following people for again assisting me to capture these bottles that you have seen in this video and are a permanent part of my collection. And they are Bill Jones, Francisco Cipriani, Clayton Alborn, Shane Groves, and finally, Mr. Nick Scott. As well as a thank you to David Dodds for his continuing expertise. As you can imagine, it takes a large group of people in order to be a collector of Crown Royal. And these individuals all work together and help one another no matter what their experience level is in collecting. Well, that just about covers my Canadian releases as of now. But if I find others, I will let you know. But once again, I would like to say thank you very much for watching. And please hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, this time go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. It would sure help us tremendously. Well, we'll see you again real soon.